Welcome everyone once again. This is your trainer Kathy from Pilates with Kathy. Happy New Year! Today we are moving on to the next phase of our 5-week challenge, which is arms. We'll be working our shoulders, our lats, our biceps, deltoids, and triceps. For this workout, you will need a set of light to heavy dumbbells, light for beginner, medium for intermediate, and advanced is heavy. Your exercises are here on the left of your screen. As you can see, we have about 5 exercises per circuit. On the right, we have the breakdown, 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for the warm-up. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest for the circuits. We have a 1-minute water break in between, and at the end we have a finisher, 3 exercises repeated for 3 sets, 30 seconds apiece, no rest in between, and the circuits have 2 sets of work. And we end with a nice soothing cool down, the same format as the warm-up, 5 exercises, 30 seconds each, 10 seconds rest. Stay tuned for the end of my workout while I will explain the next phase in our challenge and any recipes that I have to come. I hope you're all enjoying that chicken caprese recipe that I recently put up. And let me know in the comments below what other type of recipes you'd like to see, what type of workouts you'd like to see for our next phase, which will be abs. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss any workouts. And for this workout, you can also use a chair for extra support for some of the arm exercises. I have that included in the beginner modifications. So when you're ready, I will cue our music and our interval timer, and we will get moving. Our intervals. Our warm-up will start with a shoulder circle. Circling the shoulders forward and back. Out to the side, forward and down. Keep those abs drawn in. Reverse direction, going back and forward, back and forward. Seconds rest. Our next one is a chest opener. Arms bent, open, and flows in. Begin. You could add a little side step. I told you we would add a little bit of leg in with the arms. Did I say that? Yes, we're going to add a little bit of leg in with the arms. 10 seconds of rest. Moving on to a bent arm lateral raise out to the side. Begin. And if you want, you can stay on center and add one knee up and the other knee, alternating. Keep these elbows bent 90 degrees. Warming up through our lats and our posterior deltoids. And arm abduction. Our next exercise, we're going to the mat. This is an inchworm. Reach the arms overhead. Walk it forward. Well, let me move my chair. It's in the way. Okay. Reach your arms overhead. Fold forward. Walk it out. Lower down and scoop through. Walk it back. Lower down. Scoop through. I'm going to continue through the break since we've got a late start. Our final exercise is windmills. Windmilling forward and back. Reverse. Opening through the upper back and the chest. Warming up the shoulders and the arms. We've got a 30-second break before we move on to our first circuit. 5 exercises, 2 sets, 45 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. Your beginner modifications are up here on the left of the screen. Your intermediate is on the right of the screen, and advanced is right here in the center with me. So when you're ready, pick up your weights, light, heavy, or medium. We're starting with a reverse grip forward raise. Begin 45 seconds. Reaching the arms out to the side, keeping those shoulders down, abs are drawing in, shoulder blades are scooping up and down the back. I'll show you from a reverse angle. See what my shoulder blades are doing, they're not moving. You want a slight bend in your elbows. Sometimes we tend to lock out the elbows and that can irritate the joint. 15 seconds. We're moving on to a lat raise, inverted. We want to invert our thumbs inward and reach out to the side. I'm going to grab a lighter set of dumbbells. You can do this from a hinged position, you can do it seated hinged, or you can do it standing. This is intermediate standing, beginner is seated, advanced is right here with a little lean forward, but we want the back nice and straight. I'll show you from a side view. This is really getting into those posterior deltoids with some tricep. 15 seconds, we move on to shoulder adduction, having our palms forward, reaching the arms overhead like a circle, a semicircle, and we're keeping the shoulders down. This is working through our lats and our delts, the entire delt, anterior, medial, and posterior. And our biceps are going to feel a little stretch in this movement. If you want, you can add one knee lift for advanced. Seconds. Next exercise will be a front raise. We'll add a little skull crusher overhead, lower down, raise to the front, overhead, turn the palms in, skull crusher. I'll go into a little bent knee, just so you can see me. Focusing on triceps and anterior delts. Keep Feel your back start to arch in this bent knee position. Straighten your legs. Lower them down. We're going into our last exercise for the first set, leaning shoulder press. We're leaning forward. I'm staying in the squat. Beginners can do this standing straight. Intermediate demi squat. Advanced, more full squat. I grabbed a lighter set of dumbbells. Don't worry if you're advanced and you need to grab lighter. Some of these exercises will require a lighter set, particularly the shoulders. Keep those abs strong in as always. We have a 15-second transition before we go on to our second set. Repeating that reverse grip forward. Reverse grip lat raise. This is advanced. Beginner is seated with one arm at a time. Intermediate, you go into a staggered stance. Advanced, you lift one knee at a time. Seconds. Moving on to our inverted thumb, little pulse to the side. This is working triceps and posterior deltoids. For a beginner, you're doing this seated. Intermediate. You have lighter weights, advanced, heavier weights. And a little bend in the knees, slight lean forward. We're not leaning too far forward. Everybody feel that in their arms, and their shoulders and upper back. Back to the adduction. Adduction means we reach inward to the midline. Just reaching our arms out to the side, semicircle, full circle. Come to the top and reach out and in front. Always beginner is seated. Advanced, one knee is lifting. Opposite knee. Intermediate, you're standing. Just standing nice and straight and doing the shoulders. I started with intermediate. 15 seconds. Front raise and skull crusher. Beginner could do this lying on the mat. Intermediate and staggered stance. Advanced, bending one leg. Standing on one leg. Foot is behind. Show you what that looks like. switching. Seconds. Moving on to our last one, our shoulder press leaning. Remember, beginner, you're doing this seated in a straight up position. Intermediate, small squat here. More advanced, a deeper squat. Focus is mostly on the shoulders, but we're working just a little bit of quads in that squat, a little glutes. I'm going to pick up a lighter set. Five seconds. Grab your weights, come to lying on your mat, starting with our chest press. This is advanced and bridge. Just reaching those weights straight up over your chest, arms straight, bend the elbows as you release them back to the mat. Lift one leg for advanced if you'd like. Intermediate is here at tabletop. Beginner feet on the mat. Onto a chest fly with a bicep curl. Beginners will do halfway chest fly, halfway bicep. Intermediate and advanced, regular version. Chest fly, bicep curl inward, fly up, chest fly open, bicep curl, and up. Make it a little simpler. Do the curl towards the front, open out into the fly, and up. Fly, rotate forward, curl, rotate out, and fly up. Keep those abs drawn in nice and tight. Working those pectoral muscles and biceps. 15 seconds. We're moving on to our next exercise, which is a push-up. Beginner, you're doing the push-up from the knees, intermediate and plank. Advanced, lift one leg off. Push-up, switch legs for advanced. Intermediate, stay in the plank. Beginner on your knees. Bend the elbows as you lower the chest. Straighten the arms as you lift. Try to keep your hips in one linear plane. Abs drawing in. seconds. Going into a bicep curl, W raise. Curl halfway, W raise. Now this is just a weight difference for the interval modifications. Beginners using lightweight, intermediate, medium weight, and advanced a little heavier. Staying in this bent knee position. I'll show you from the side. I'm sitting on my heels. Exercise is openers. Intermediate, you'll do the standing. Beginner, you'll do this lying down on your back. And advanced, you're right here leaning. Just reaching one arm up, reaching one arm behind. Working shoulders, triceps, lats, and a little bit of chest since your pectorals are attached to the upper part of your arms near your deltoids. So you're always working a little bit of chest with shoulder work. Seconds, and then we repeat all of that again. Going back to our dumbbell chest press, remember your modifications. Beginner feet on the mat, intermediate legs and tabletop, advanced bridge. Holding one leg up for the first half. Switch legs. Advance, switch legs if you're in that bridge. We're really working into those pecs. Our biceps will feel it a little bit too. Keep those abs drawn in. Lower down, 15 seconds. Moving on to the fly with the bicep curl. Now beginners, I'll call halfway for you. Beginners are just doing the fly. Intermediate to advanced are doing both simultaneously. Circle out to the side, reach up, open, circle out forward, bicep curl. Beginner, switch to bicep curl. On to our push-ups. Remember, beginners on your knees, intermediate and plank, advanced plank with one leg lifted. Trying to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Abs drawn in, hips in one linear plane. And advanced, anytime you have to move to a lower level, go ahead. I'm going to move to intermediate. Going back to advanced. I'll go down on my knees for the last few seconds. ready for that W raise. I'm going to go into a little squat, low squat, W raise. This is another advanced modification. Remember, beginners, you're seated either on a chair or on your mat. Intermediate, you're standing. Advanced, you're here in the squat. Reach out to the side, make a W, half curl. Just 5 seconds. Awesome job. Ready for your openers. Advanced, I'm going into a little demi squat. I'm going to show you from a side view. Remember, beginner, you're doing this lying on the mat. Intermediate, you're standing up nice and straight. Just a nice smooth switch. One arm overhead, one arm behind. Shoulders, triceps, lats, upper back. Got a nice transition before we go into our finisher. We'll start with a walking plank. Go into a down dog push-up and then tricep dip. Lowering down onto your elbows and plank. Coming up to your hands. Lower elbows and then hands. Alternating which arm begins. Beginners, you're holding a plank up here. Intermediate to advanced, you're moving forearms to hands. Going into that down dog push-up, down dog push-up. Beginner and intermediate, reaching for one ankle or toe. Switching which one. Got 3 sets of these. Going immediately to tricep dip. Beginner, you're just going to hold your tabletop here. Intermediate to advanced. Bending the elbows. Lifting back up to tabletop, working those triceps. Advanced can even add one leg. Going right back to your plank of your choice, holding plank or walking plank. Going down to my right forearm this time, coming up on my right hand, switching left. Keep those hips nice and stable. You can even widen your stance for more stability. Into that down dog push-up. Reach for the ankle, or just stay here in the push-up. Beginners will stay in the push-up or do a regular push-up. Intermediate advanced, reaching for toe or ankle. Depending on your flexibility, I'm reaching my toe. Back to tricep dip. We have one more set after this and then we cool it down. Keep those abs drawn in. What is everyone doing for New Year's? Watch and plank. Right into it. Back to that down dog push-up. Widen my hands more. Oh, are we into our cool down already? It's like my timer got a little off. Switching tricep dips. We must have done 2 sets instead of 3 on the interval timer. Three, 2, 1. Get ready for our cool down. Going into a shoulder stretch first. Shoulder stretch across. Just hooking the arm. Switch arms. Shaking it out, we're going into our tricep stretch. One arm behind. I'll call halfway. We're just cooling it down. Nice soothing cool down. How did you enjoy that arms workout? Switching sides. What would you like to see for abs? We're moving on to a side stretch. One hand on the mat, opposite arm reaches, leaning towards the side. Starting here on the right side, we'll switch to the left. Straighten that arm. We're doing 30 seconds on one side. Seconds, we switch over to the left side, left hand on the mat, right arm reaches, lean over towards the left. Really getting a nice stretch through the side, the shoulders. We worked a lot of shoulders here. Moving on to a chest opener. Clasp the hands behind your back. We'll switch halfway to a back opener. Halfway, we'll switch, I'll reverse direction. Clasp the hands in front. Just open through the back. Shoulder blades are open. Retracted. At 10 more seconds, just place your hands on your knees. Inhale. Reach the arms overhead and exhale down. And thank you so much for joining me for that arm workout. I hope you all enjoyed it. And you can combine this with the legs workout for the previous week. And also check out my next workout, which will be abs focused. Let me know in the comment section below what exercises you'd like to see so I can plan the program for next week. And also check out my chicken caprese recipe on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram. And my next recipe will be up this week. I'll let you know what it's going to be. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cat Rose 2394, Cat Rose 38 on Instagram, Kathy Fit Trainer on Facebook. And I hope you all have a wonderful and happy new year. And check out my next program, which will be Valentine's Day focused. And I'll also have some March Madness workouts, Easter, and spring into spring. So check out all that on my channel and subscribe to my channel, comment, share, hit that notification bell so you do not miss any workouts. And I thank you so much for joining me today. This is your trainer, Kathy, at Pilates with Kathy. Goodbye.